Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your special night. My name is Katherine Underwood, and I'm a 2004 graduate of Timberlane High School. After many, many stops along my journey, I have finally landed right here in Boston as a weekend anchor for NBC 10 Boston. Now, you may know, but I want to show you anyways, we just opened a brand new state-of-the-art facility in Newton. And before I get started, I wanted to give you a quick look outside. And then take a look now inside our massive newsroom where we follow breaking news every day and the very best human interest stories we can find. And then finally, I want to give you a little behind the scenes look at Studio One, where we broadcast all of our NBC 10 Boston shows. It really is pretty amazing. I am so lucky to be a part of this incredible team of journalists, and I'm really grateful every single day that I was able to achieve my dream of working in broadcast journalism back home here in New England. You know, writing has always been my passion, and as a little kid, it wasn't back to school shopping for clothes that I looked forward to most. It was back to school shopping for supplies. I found so much joy in the smell. You guys may think this is weird, but in the smell of freshly opened notebooks and the way a brand new pen felt gliding across the clean white paper, and I still enjoy that to this day. You know, as a first grader, there was nothing I loved more than writing and illustrating my own book on construction paper, and then I remember taking it and handing it over to my teacher to have the pages laminated. That was a really big deal. I was always so proud of my finished product. In fact, I do think that I still have some of them in a box in my mom and dad's attic. Now, through high school, I was really busy playing softball and cheerleading and trying my best to maintain an A average in every single class. And so when juggling it all became too overwhelming, I turned to my teachers. They calmed my nerves, they helped me focus, and they were more than my teachers. They were my friends, they were my confidants, they were a guiding light. Mr. C, my AP English teacher, nurtured my passion for writing. He encouraged me, he challenged me, and he laid the foundation for what would become my career. And through the next 15 years, I would enjoy the euphoric highs of brief success, and in the TV industry, the many crushing blows of defeat. And at those critical times, I would turn to this. Hold on, bear with me, everyone. The Mountains of Tibet. It's a book about life's choices and the endless possibilities, but it's what's written in blue pen on the very first page that is what has encouraged me most. It says, "Katherine, I wish every person I knew had your drive, your desire to learn, and your integrity. I have been honored to be your teacher, and I hope someday I can be honored to be a friend. Peace, Mr. C." And through all these years, I've tried my best to live up to Mr. C's expectations of me. I've maintained my drive, and no matter what, I've never once compromised my integrity. I've also never lost my desire to learn, as he mentioned. And I have yet another Timberlane teacher to thank for my latest lesson. A few months ago, I got this email in my inbox in the newsroom after a show. "Hi, Katherine. Nice story about the Bears. But I taught 12th grade English at Timberlane, in which you had been in one of my classes, because I used to beat kids over the head about precision grammar usage. You would never say the bear and cubs are invading campsites in the North Woods because of the trash people leave laying around. Trash is lying around. I know, English grammar, boring." Well, Mr. Phelan finished that email with some kind words about my success. Now, he may have thought that that was just a simple, quick note to a former student, but what I tried to explain to him in my response email was that he reignited my passion for writing and my knack for proper grammar. In that moment, through that simple note, all of these years later, he made me a better journalist. I emailed him directly to tell him that, and then, as most TV personalities do, I took to social media. And here's what I wrote, in part. "I pride myself on being a grammar snob. Just ask my friends, and especially my husband. The other day I screwed up lying and laying on air. today this book showed up for me in the mail with a kind note. One of my old Timberlane High School teachers watches our newscasts and is still teaching me. Thanks, Mr. Phelan, for your lifelong commitment to making your students better. I am so grateful. So I take this book, my Strunk and White mini grammar Bible from Mr. Phelan, and I put it right next to the Mountains of Tibet from Mr. C. And every single day as I strive to be better, I know that I still have the unwavering support and encouragement from two of my high school teachers right here next to me. I tell you these stories because I just really hope that I can make it clear that your impact on your students goes far beyond the classroom and lasts long after graduation. So when Tracy called me to ask me to be the keynote speaker at the Educators Celebration, I was a bit surprised. Why? I didn't overcome any incredible hardships. I don't have a particularly inspiring story to tell. I'm just a Timberlane grad who was able to find some success in a career that I really love. And I could name dozens of other Timberlane grads who have done that same thing. And that's when it clicked. This was not about me at all, but about all of the teachers who helped me and so many other students get to where we want to be and fulfill our dreams. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your commitment to your students, for your innate desire to make us better people. We are so lucky to have you. I am really sorry I couldn't be there with you in person, but I'm busy doing what I love on one of the most important days of the year in New Hampshire. I hope you all cast your ballots today. I'll have your results tonight live on NBC 10 Boston. I'll see you then. And before I let you go, don't forget, a simple email, a handwritten note might be the encouragement that one of your students carries with them every day for decades to come.
Buenas tardes. I'm Sherry Allen, also known as Senora at the high school. I've been teaching Spanish at the high school for 24 years, from 90 to 99, 2006 to the present. So I've had close to 3,000 students. I now have some grad students, students of former students. And I've also taught 7 years privately in kindergartens before the district offered FLES. So I have 7 batches of kindergartners. The 5th batch is graduating this year. So lots and lots of kids. The thing I enjoy most about teaching, I would say, is just having fun with the kids. My teaching philosophy has always been that learning should be fun. So I try to incorporate a lot of interactive activities and games. You know, the old adage of a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Kids don't realize how much fun they're having, or they don't realize how much they're learning and how hard they're working because they're having fun. I also appreciate that this craft allows me to be super creative because I am the person that does design all those lessons and write all the games and write the silly lyrics for my songs and write stories to tell in class. So not every job allows you that opportunity to be so creative. I would also say that I love to be able to have an impact on kids' lives. I got into the job to begin with because I love Spanish, but to make a difference. And I always thought, you know, you're going to make a difference. It's going to be this grand difference. Everyone's going to want to study Spanish and everyone's going to want to go to college. And I realized you can have an impact daily by just a smile or asking a kid how their football game went or having a conversation about, you know, their mom who happens to be in the hospital. So that daily impact and the daily interactions with kids is another favorite part of my job. And I would say finally, the best part is also being able to have lifelong friendships and relationships with these kids. They get to become part of my family. You know, I'm still getting texts and Facebook messages now, or I go to hire a contractor at my house and find out it's a student I had 25 years ago who's now working on my house. And I just really enjoy being able to be part of those lives and have them be part of my family for my life. So I want to thank you for the opportunity for teaching your kids, and thank you for the award.
My name is Michaela Eeichen, and I am honored to be here to be recognized as Teacher of the Community. I teach 4th grade at the Atkinson Academy, and this is my 18th year of teaching. What I love most about teaching, it was such a great question to answer, but so many answers to be able to give. So each year a new chapter begins, and it becomes my mission to take my students along a magical journey filled with exciting and engaging lessons. Teaching is my passion, and to say that I love it is an understatement. It is my life. I was born to teach and inspire children. I enjoy taking the time to build and establish student-teacher relationships, creating a safe, nurturing, learning environment that encourages each child to take academic risks. I personally get to know each family and their child as we embark on a journey of learning. Holding their precious self-esteem in my hands with white gloves, we walk together, leading one another into a world of learning opportunities. I love creating and designing project-based learning activities to keep students highly engaged. Every child has the potential to be successful. It is my #1 goal to discover the uniqueness of each child and to make it shine brightly. I consider myself to be lucky having a front row seat to watch each child explore, discover, and grow before my eyes. These learning opportunities and experiences have helped to shape me not only as an amazing educator, but also as a phenomenal mother and person. I love learning with my students and feel so honored to be recognized for something my heart belongs to, teaching.
My name's Jim Enright, and I'm a special ed teacher at Sanborn Regional High School. I enjoy working with students, and I love seeing them learn, not just in formal assessments, but when they can share that learning experience and that they understand the concept and are able to articulate that concept back to me, and I know that understanding and learning has taken place.
Hi, my name is Christy Hubbard. I'm currently a technology integrator and distance learning specialist at the high school. I began my career at Timberlane as a 2nd grade teacher in Danville, and over the last few years I've changed to different positions, and now I'm the technology integrator. You asked what my favorite thing is about teaching. I find that hard to answer because there's so many things that make teaching fun and a rewarding profession. First and foremost, I love the people and that I work with and all the students that I work with, and I enjoy being able to guide and support them through all their learning. And my favorite thing is when that aha moment happens and somebody gets something that I'm trying to teach them and they realize that they can do it on their own and they can accomplish that goal. I think the other thing that is one of my favorite things is that teaching is never the same any day. So every day is different. And it's exciting for me that way. It makes the day go by fast. And I think it's inspired me to always try to learn new things so that I can keep up on my learning and be a good example for other people. One of the things that inspired me to become a teacher, my grandmother was a teacher and I used to go to school with her to her classes because at that time they were allowed to bring in relatives to the classroom. So I used to go with her, and that's how I got started and knew that I wanted to be a teacher. I have to say that teaching has helped me appreciate my life and all the things I have in it, and that all the differences among people is what makes this world special. And the last thing is, teaching, I feel, has helped me to become the person I am and a better person for doing it because I feel rewarded each day.
My name is Lois Paul. I am the Technology Integration Coordinator for the Timberlane Regional School District. It is my honor to be here today to tell you what I enjoy most about teaching. There are so many teaching experiences that I have enjoyed, such as the aha moment that happens when the students finally understand a concept, the questions that are asked, the stories that are told, the parents that want their child safe and cared for, as well as accepted, and those that advocate for their child's education. Children need to feel your love and compassion, even the most challenging ones that try to resist it. What I enjoy most is the satisfaction that I get going to work every day, which means more than joy, it means compassion. The love that I have received from many of my peers over the years, it means the knowledge and love of teaching that I shared with other educators as a mentor. It means helping educators learn about technology. It means bringing the best out of adults and students. It means that I always give my best. And it means that I called Timberlane Regional Middle School my home for 25 years. And that I gave the Timberlane District 37 committed years of my life. And that I loved teaching 6th grade language arts, then 6th grade language arts and social studies, then grades 6 to 8 computer classes, and now as the computer teacher to grades kindergarten through grades 5 at Atkinson Academy, as well as being the technology integration specialist. It means that I love teaching the children of former students that I once had. And it means that I am able to retire, knowing that I gave it my all with integrity, kindness, and love. I am humbled and honored by the YMCA Education Celebration of Educators to be here today. Thank you.